Um, David's asking about Oregon's base defense. Now, Andy Avalos has moved on to Boise State, of course. So there is some maneuvering to go on there.
Lord knows. My guess is I'm hoping for a 3-4, considering they're talking about moving Kayvon and Mace Funa to linebacker. So if you're doing a 4-3 and moving them to linebacker, I don't know how that works. But I think it's more of a 3-3-5 style. I think most defenses, even if they don't claim that or it doesn't seem like it, if you look at it and watch the film, a lot of what they're playing out of is 3-3-5 or some variant of that with one or two spots rotated depending on where they're strong at and where they're not. It's not a lot of 3-4-4-3 for running that half of the game. It's been a lot more. I've seen a lot more, at least in the Pac-12, 3-3-5 coverages.
We've got Joe also asking about the Ohio State game. So I'll set it up for you like this, Mike. We're looking at a football program that under Mario Cristobal reversed course very quickly because, of course, they went to a national championship game. They had a decent year the year after, 9-4. I believe they went to the Alamo Bowl. And then, of course, they crashed and burned for one season, 4-8. Willie Taggart has the one. Well, yeah, they had the huge lead, and yeah, that was a great game. Exactly. And then that ushered in the 4-win season. Then you got Willie Taggart for 1 year. That certainly didn't derail the program, but it didn't help in terms of trying to get back to championship level. But then you get the right guy in play. You've got back-to-back best recruiting classes in the Pac-12. He wins a Pac-12 championship. He wins a Rose Bowl. And, you know, certainly despite not winning the Pac-12 last year, it's still right now by most people considered to be the best program in the Pac-12. But to beat Ohio State on the road, I would think would send that fever pitch to another level.
By the way, we did win the Pac-12 last year.
Yes, that's right. You did win the Pac-12 at 4-3. That's right. You're right.
Yeah,
you did.
It was
didn't win the division championship, but won the Pac-12. Yeah.
To be fair, we didn't even get a chance to play for it. We're supposed to play Washington.
True.
So beating Ohio State, considering we've played them 9 times and beat them 0, would I think if we do beat Ohio State, that is one of the things that Oregon needs to propel them past, you know, where we've been over the past 20 years is we're not on the Alabama, Clemson, USC level where we've been sitting with the Auburns, with the Wisconsins, with the next tier down, the tier B or I guess like, you know, say they're S tier, like the Alabama and Clemson and them are S tier. We might be A tier or B tier. Beating Ohio State very well could give us that momentum to propel us into that next spot as long as we could keep Mario Cristobal. I honestly, though, it depends on who's playing quarterback. Both teams have a new quarterback, but things have looked a lot more promising on Ohio State's side when it comes to the quarterback, if you ask me.
So let's stay right there with the quarterback battle being what it is right now. Anthony Brown has the experience. Before you dive into what it looks like for 21, I'm just curious to get your take on what happened with Tyler Shough. Here's a 4-star who didn't play great his first year, but he played decent. They win the Pac-12. They go to the Fiesta Bowl. Didn't have a great Fiesta Bowl, but to see him then go to a bottom-tier Big 12 program, I was a bit surprised by that. What was the deal there?
I don't know if this actually had any influence on it at all, but a lot of the fan base did not like Tyler Shough whatsoever. Like he had really bad read options. He was terrible in the read option. He was a 1-2 read guy, obviously, but it was his first full year starting as well. And I don't see what he did his freshman year that looked insanely different from Herbert's freshman year. Both had mistakes. Both looked promising at times. Both looked not great at times. Obviously, he doesn't have all of the traits Herbert has. But I don't think he was as bad as people make it out to be. I mean, he ended up transferring, obviously, because I think the staff let him know Anthony Brown was going to be taking this job. Is what I had to guess. If I had to guess, I think they were doing him that courtesy. He was like, hey, you're probably not playing next year. If you want, go get yourself an opportunity to play and try and get to the next level anyways.